IGN. What does that stand for? Ignorant gaming noobs, idiotic, gassy nimrods, impeccably giant numbskulls, irresponsible goddamn narcissist. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Retro Alliance Gaming. So today, I want to talk about a little publishing company known as IG fucking N.
Publishing?
Now, publishing, they're a publishing company. Doesn't matter.
I thought they were a reviewing company.
But, yeah, but they're considered publishers because they do write-ups on things.
Really? I thought they were considered assholes.
They are assholes. So let's talk about IGN for a second, okay? Back in the day, I remember when there would be game reviews. It'd normally be coming in your Nintendo magazine or Sega magazine, and it may have been a marketing ploy, but it was fun. And it encouraged you to try to play games. And I remember over the last 5 years, every single time I read an IGN review, I got really, really confused. Because their reviews made absolutely no sense. They gave Lost Worlds a what, like a 5.2 or
4.8?
Or 4.8?
No, 5.8.
Yeah, or maybe even 5.8. The point of the matter is,
They gave Sonic Boom a 4.8, but that makes sense.
whether or not you actually liked Sonic Worlds, let's say you hated the entire level design. The game was not broken, the controls were fantastic, and the graphics were beautiful. At the very least, it should have gotten a 7, to at least be fair, even if you hated the game. But somehow they managed to think that Lost Worlds was as bad as Sonic 06, the most broken Sonic game of all time. And I started noticing this trend that every time a Sonic game came out, instead of there being any positivity, they would call it, whatever, this cycle, and they start saying it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad, and then they would rate it horribly. But you know what? There's another mascot that was never treated this way, and that would be Mario. Now, when I grew up, I was not just a Sega fanboy, a Nintendo fanboy, or arguing back and forth. I had both systems. We had Mario for fun, awesome platforming, and we had Sonic for super fast speed, great platforming levels, and amazing soundtracks and innovation that really pushed the 16-bit genre. Now, I've been saying for the last 5 years to AJ, my fiance, to my brother Mitchell, my brother Mason, everybody I know, that I think IGN is basically a complete piece of shit, and that they were being sold off to rate games. And come to find out, it is true. They're being paid to rate games good and bad. I also said I felt that they had something against Sonic. There was just something that they hated about him, and in turn, every one of their reviews reflected that. Now, some people might say maybe they just didn't like the games, but I knew for a fact that IGN had massive bias. Deep down in my soul, I knew that they were a biased company. Now, here's my thing. Why would I give a shit? Who cares? I still get to play the games, I still get to enjoy them, right? Well, here's the deal that causes the problem, okay? Nowadays, people rely heavily upon reviewers. They will watch reviews before buying games. Do I agree with this? No. I think a review should simply be there to give you an idea of what the game is, and then you choose on your own whether you're going to buy it or not. But nonetheless, despite what I believe, the way the world works is people look up games, and if they get really bad reviews, they don't want to toss their money out for it, and they move on. So people like GameSpot or Kotaku, IGN, they have a big impact on sales in the gaming world. They really do. Maybe not as big as word of mouth, but initially they do. IGN even has a goddamn downloadable app for the PS4. This is a big company, okay? These guys consider themselves publicists. They basically, journalists, excuse me, they go, they play games, and the thing about being a journalist is you have to have integrity. You need to be able to review a game in an unbiased term and just talk about it. Talk about the technical aspects, talk about what's fun, what's not fun. In the end, it's just an opinion, but you need to have integrity. And I have been saying for so many years, IGN has zero fucking integrity. FYI, I already know I've been cussing, so if you're a child and you don't want to hear this, please exit right now. So after all of this stuff that I've been saying about IGN, it has now officially been proven. How? Last night I saw this thing that said the new Sonic gaming scoop. What's a gaming scoop mean? It's a bunch of guys that sit around with the interviewer and they talk about the game, what they think about it. Maybe the aspects of it, the technical prowess of it. Maybe they played the game on the game floor. This is what you do during a game scoop, right? Wrong when it comes to IGN. They inexplicably proved to me and every one of you that they are completely full of shit. Not only are they bought out to do paid reviews, but on the same note, they have a hate towards Sonic and a biased opinion. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and show their video. And the reason I'm not going to is because I fucking hate them. I hate all their little turdy, ugly faces, and I'm not going to put their video up. I will put a link below that you can click on, and you can look at the video for yourself if you want to know where all of this is coming from. But other than that, you're going to see the picture either on my left or my right corner, probably over here, and these are the guys that were having the conversation during the game scoop. Now, to get into it, you may be thinking, oh, I'm overreacting. They don't like a Sonic game. No, I don't care if you don't like a Sonic game. You don't like a Sonic game? Fine. But to insult an entire fan base because of it, this gives me a little bit more of a problem. More or less, if you don't like Sonic games, period, maybe you should hand it off to another person who enjoys Sonic games who could at least give a fair review that maybe likes some and dislikes some. And that's me. I hate Sonic 06. It's a terrible game. But I know which games are fantastic and I love. And one of the biggest insults they could have done was insulting the fandom of the series. You do not freaking do that for no reason. Now, I'm going to give you an example right now. Let's see. First thing, starts talking about the Sonic Mania. When they mentioned Sonic Mania, he says, oh, well, that one might be okay, I guess, I'm not sure. And then he goes on to talk about Sonic 2017, and I quote, the Brody Dark Grim Sonic 2017 reeks of werehog. So basically that's them insulting Sonic Unleashed and then basically telling people they think it's just going to be another Unleashed stupid freaking game. First thing. Second, let's see. When I saw Sonic Mania, I thought we might have the second good Sonic game. That's what he said. When I saw Sonic Mania, even though he was insulting it, I thought to myself, oh my god, we might actually have a second Sonic game. That's a huge insult. That's saying...
Second good Sonic.
Huh?
Second good Sonic game.
Second good Sonic game. That's saying that every single Sonic game that ever exists, except for one Sonic game so far, has been terrible. To go even further with this, right afterwards, the guy next to him says, and I quote, was there even a first good Sonic game? This is what we get. Then the guy goes on to say after insulting it, which you gotta mind yourself here. They're not talking about Mania. They're not talking about the gameplay. They didn't even play the damn game on the floor. They weren't saying anything but insulting. They go on to say that Sonic the Hedgehog, the original, is a terrible game. This game is a terrible game. The game that sold millions and millions of Genesis units, the game that's become the most iconic game in the world, and they didn't even know, well, one of the most iconic games in the world, going along with Mario and Sonic. They're the most iconic known characters, video game characters in the world.
Sixth most known.
Yeah, very well known all the way around. They also fuck up, and he says, I like Green Hill Zone and Sonic 2. Well, he didn't even mention the fact of where Green Hill Zone originally came from, which was Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So clearly they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't know their source material when they're talking about this. So this is the first part that comes up. Let's go ahead and go on to the next. One guy says Sonic 4 was mediocre, comparing it to Sonic Mania. They said, why would we be excited for Sonic Mania when Sonic 4 is mediocre? If you don't like Sonic 4, that's fine. I personally enjoyed it. I get there was controversy. But what he was doing was basically saying, why is this so exciting? They already did a retro Sonic, so who cares if there's going to be a new one? There is a huge difference between Sonic 4 and the new one. Sonic 4 is a completely new engine that they were trying to kind of reminisce and go back to the time of when Sonic was 16-bit. The new one is literally 16-bit style. The new Sonic game is literally looks like a Genesis game. It's a completely different ball game than Sonic 4. So I just thought what they said with that was kind of ridiculous. Do you have something to say in there, baby? Because you look confused.
I think you said the wrong name of the game. I think you said Sonic 4 instead of Sonic Mania.
Oh no, I was referring to Sonic 4 and Sonic Mania when they were speaking to it. Next thing that they went ahead and said, it was the guy went on to say they've already done this before. They made Sonic Generations, and Sonic Generations was primarily a 2D game.
What?
What? Okay, just to get that through your head really quick about how they never played these games.
No, they played the fucking menu screen. That's what they played.
The menu screen. Sonic Generations was just a 2D game primarily. I'm pretty sure every single level had a 2D and a 3D game, including 2D and 3D fights. It is 50-50. It had tons of 3D levels. Everybody remembers it for the 3D super fast levels. So again, these guys haven't played the game. They also rated the game 8.0, which I thought was too low, but whatever. Let's say 8.0 was fair. And then they come back to insult it even lower. So what the hell are they talking about? They're like flip-flopping all over the place. Then they drop a bomb, and this is the thing that really pisses me off. IGN went on to say, again, and mind you, this is not a Sonic scoop. This was an excuse for 4 little turds, or 3, I think there was on there, turds.
Immaturely grown men.
Yeah, immaturely grown men to get...
Oh, that almost was IGN. Immaturely grown...
Immaturely grown, what can we say? Well, we already said narcissists.
And Nimrods.
And Nimrods, you can't say poop nuggets, whatever.
Whatever.
But here's the big thing that they did. They weren't journalists. They're not reviewers. They didn't talk about the actual new games coming out. They just got up there to insult it. At one point, one of them even, I remember one guy goes, well, Sonic Mean Bean was pretty good, and the guy next to him just laughed. He just like, like he thought he was joking, and he's like, no, I'm serious. I really like that game. I think the only positive thing they said was one of them said Sonic CD was good, and the other guy shrugged it off. Here's where the big bomb comes, and the thing that ultimately pisses me off, okay? You can say you don't like a Sonic game after you try it. You can say you're not a big fan of Sonic, but you do not insult an entire fan base for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, sure, we're not really well known for being the sanest fan base, but you know.
Yeah.
If you're not even in it, don't even bother.
There's different fan bases. Now, as a kid, I grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1, which is over here, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, there's Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure, all these fantastic games, and here's where they dropped the big bomb. The guy started asking him about the new game and Generations, and he said, you know what, let's just go ahead and say it. I'm just going to say it already. Sonic was never a good franchise. And the guy next to him said nope. And then they went on to say, not only was Sonic never a good franchise and has only ever had one decent game, not only did they say that, but they said that Sonic was 25 years of lies, the entire series. That you could not put it next to Mario. That if you look at it compared to the old Mario games, it is nothing. You're just speeding through levels, bad level designs, terrible. Don't mention the music. They don't mention anything. After this point, let me see. There's
the Big the Cat thing.
Huh?
The Big the Cat thing.
Yeah, oh yeah. After that point, and the 25-year line, they said there is a huge fan base that I don't understand. Sonic was never good. And the guy said, if you disagree, points at the screen, and he says, call the cops, like he thinks that's a funny joke. And then he said, the reason that there is even a fan base is that they all want to have sex with Big the Cat.
Sounds like someone wants to have sex with Big the Cat.
Sounds like that guy maybe is...
A closet furry.
Yeah, you know the guy, the typical guy you have driving in a big truck, and he's all kind of, and he sees some kid, and he's like, hey, you fag, right? Some guy who would say something so terrible to somebody, but the reason he's saying it is because he's actually gay himself, and he can't
Therefore, he uses derogatory language to demean people who
Exactly. That's what this guy
Which we know there's nothing wrong with.
So apparently, guys, all of us fans, we all want to fuck Big the Cat. Every Sonic game that ever came out.
I don't know, he's kind of cute.
No, he is. He is. He has cute cheeks, and I don't know, Froggy's kind of cute too.
Oh my god. Here come that boy.
Okay, Froggy.
Okay, Froggy.
Okay.
Oh, I always do that voice.
Sega hasn't always made the best decisions. I'll tell you that right now. Chip from Sonic Unleashed.
Oh my god.
I'd rather just
Sonic.
I'd rather just jump off the cliff. Okay.
Sonic.
I kind of have a soft spot for Big the Cat and the Froggy, but it was the worst controlling part of Sonic Adventure. Now,
not to mention the game-breaking glitch.
Yeah. The thing is, after that, what they basically said is the original Sonic games are cumbersome and uninspired. They trail off everywhere, and every game has errors, and it's bad. They said there were terrible boss fights. They said pits everywhere. The drowning music, the classic drowning music, is horrible. And basically, Sonic is just a terrible game. But one of the things that I thought was funny is that they said was there's too much of a learning curve. They said Sonic's nothing but a learning curve. They said it in a different way, but that basically...
Trial and error.
Trial and error. They said Sonic is just terrible on trial and error. Really? A video game is trial and error?
A platformer?
I would have never guessed that a video game could possibly be trial and error. You play a game, you learn the mechanics, you die, you figure out a boss, you go forward. Final Fantasy, any game in the world you want to name, it's all the same.
And yet they won't bitch about Dark Souls.
And yet they won't bitch about Dark Souls, okay?
Probably because they can't play it.
So, earlier I was way more mad, and I didn't even want to finish the video, but I did it for you guys. And I did it because I want you guys out there to know what IGN is all about, okay? I want you guys to know that IGN isn't a company that you need to follow, okay? Don't follow the masses. Don't listen to IGN. If you don't believe me, click on the video below and listen to the bias.
Unless you have the same exact opinions as Sonic, then whatever.
Yeah, if you don't like Sonic, that's fine. They could have hated Sonic, but they can get somebody who is at least likes him a little bit to review the games and get an idea of it, and they don't have
or
to...
at least hadn't played it before.
Yeah, or insult an entire fan base.
What are you, 5?
Seriously, what are you, 5 years old, guys?
One of those 12-year-olds on Call of Duty who calls everyone a piece of shit and that they're gonna do very inappropriate things that I will not say on this channel because I am not for that.
Yeah, funny how a Call of Duty game will get a 9.7 after it's been rehashed a ton of times, and I'm not insulting you guys.
If you like Call of Duty,
I'm just
we just
saying... I don't, and they do rehash the game a lot, and the point is that I just want to put out to you guys, and I really want you to take this into consideration. Please don't listen to reviews and base them on buying your games. Watch a review, get an idea of the game, and choose for yourself. Don't let this be a thing. This is the opinion of a few guys who are just a bunch of assholes, and don't be a sheep. Do not follow what these guys say, and most importantly, do not follow IGN. Let IGN know that we're not going to listen to their immature baby bullshit. One of the guys that was there was probably not even old enough to play the original when it came out at the time, and I just think that they are all complete pieces of shit. And I just want IGN to know, even though they're not watching this because my channel is too small, is that you guys all suck. I hate every single one of you that were on that stage. You guys aren't good reviewers. You're not good publishers. You're not good anything. Good journalists. You guys are nothing but little trolls who are trolling on an entire fan base and insulting people who just like something and want to have fun. So why don't you grow the fuck up and find something better to do with your time? That's it. That's what I wanted to say. So on that note, thoughts, comments, you guys want to say anything below, let me know. Click on the video, watch it for yourself. leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about IGN. You can tell me what you think about Sonic. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, leave your opinions down below. But I was going to go through a list of Sonic games of every good one, but it's too long of a list. Sonic 1, 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2. I love Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Advance.
Heroes.
Yes, Sonic Heroes, Sonic 4, Episode 1 and 2. There's shitty ones. There's 06, there's the Black Knight. There's Shadow the Hedgehog, which I don't like in particular, but some people do. Yeah, there's plenty of good games. They're just idiots. So that's pretty much my rant for today. I try to be as happy as possible, but I needed you guys to know how much of a piece of shit IGN is. Click on the video below if you want to give them a view, and maybe learn at least not to click on them ever again. That's pretty much it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.
Look at Butters! Look at, she's mad at IGN! She's mad! Oh.